Αγαπητοί τηλεθεατές, καλησπέρα σας. Η εκπομπή Ομογένεια Εδω Λονδινο θα σας παρουσιάσει και σήμερα τις σημαντικότερες εκδηλώσεις που πραγματοποιήθηκαν στη Μεγάλη Βρετανία. Θα θέλαμε να ενημερώσουμε τους τηλεθεατές μας από το Ηνωμένο Βασίλειο ότι μπορείτε πλέον να παρακολουθείτε το πρόγραμμά μας αλλά και τις υπόλοιπες παραγωγές του Hellenic TV από το Freeview στο κανάλι 244. Το μόνο που χρειάζεται είναι μια smart τηλεόραση και σύνδεση στο ίντερνετ. Επίσης, μπορείτε να προμηθευτείτε το Rokubox από τα γραφεία της Ύπατου στο Southgate. Με το Rokubox μπορείτε να παρακολουθείτε δεκάδες τηλεοπτικά και ραδιοφωνικά ελληνικά κανάλια από Ελλάδα και Κύπρο. Για περισσότερες πληροφορίες για το πώς θα προμηθευτείτε το Rokubox για τα ελληνικά κανάλια, επικοινωνήστε με την Sita UK ή επισκεφτείτε την ιστοσελίδα της www.sitauk.com. Το Hellenic TV πρωτοπορεί και δημιουργεί το application Vision TV Net για τις smartphone και Android συσκευές σας. Έτσι, με το Vision TV Net μπορείτε να παρακολουθείτε όλα τα προγράμματά μας ζωντανά στο κινητό, στο tablet ή στον υπολογιστή σας. Για περισσότερες πληροφορίες σχετικά με τα προγράμματα του Hellenic TV, μπορείτε να βρείτε στη ιστοσελίδα μας www.hellenictv.net. Επίσης, για την προβολή της εκδήλωσης ή της επιχείρησής σας, επικοινωνήστε μαζί μας στο τηλέφωνο 020 82 92 70 37 ή στην ηλεκτρονική μας διεύθυνση info@hellenictv.net. Στο απόψινό μας πρόγραμμα θα παρακολουθήσετε αποσπάσματα από την Διάλεξη του Κύπρου Υπατου Αρμοστή Ευρειπίδη Ευρειβιάδη στο γνωστό Οικονομικό Πανεπιστήμιο LSE, αποσπάσματα από την παρουσίαση του Ελεύθερου Πανεπιστημίου στην Ομογένεια Εδω Λονδίνου, τη συνέντευξη που παραχώρησε ο διάσημος Έλληνας καθηγητής Dr. Στάθης Καλύβας μετά την διάλεξή του που διοργάνωσε το Macedonian Society of Great Britain και τέλος την συνέντευξη που μας παραχώρησε ο ιδιοκτήτης του Varosi Letting and Estates στο σταθμό μας. Ας περάσουμε στο πρώτο μας θέμα, όπου θα σας παρουσιάσουμε την διάλεξη που έδωσε ο Ύπατος Αρμοστής της Κυπριακής Δημοκρατίας στο Ηνωμένο Βασίλειο, κ. Ευρειπίδης Ευρειβιάδης, στο μεγάλο Βρετανικό Οικονομικό Πανεπιστήμιο, London School of Economics, στις 10 Φεβρουαρίου. Θέμα της διάλεξης ήταν ο πρωταγωνιστικός ρόλος της Κύπρου στο περιφερειακό σκηνικό ασφαλείας. Στο πλαίσιο της παρουσίασης του ρόλου της Κύπρου στο νέο σκηνικό ασφαλείας στην ευρύτερη περιοχή, ο κύριος Πρέσβης είπε ότι η αρχιτεκτονική ασφαλείας της Κύπρου, ως μέλος της Ευρωπαϊκής Ένωσης, την τοποθέτησε ξεκάθαρα στη Δύση. Τη διάλεξη διοργάνωσε το Hellenic Observatory Director και προείδρευσε ο Professor Kevin Featherstone. Η εκδήλωση ξεκίνησε με δηλώσεις επωνύμων Ελλήνων, πολιτικών-δημοσιογράφων και άλλων προσωπικότητων. Στη συνέχεια, ο Professor Featherstone παρουσίασε τον κύριο μιλητή και τον κάλεσε να λάβει το λόγο. Στο βίντεο που ακολουθεί θα παρακολουθήσουμε την έναρξη της εκδήλωσης με τις δηλώσεις αυτών των προσωπικότητων, την παρουσίαση και τον προεδρεύοντα Professor Kevin Featherstone και στη συνέχεια απόσπασμα από την διάλεξη του Ύπατου Αρμοστή της Κύπρου, κύριο Ευρειπίδη Ευρειβιάδη.
It's a hub, a very important hub for Greece, both for research, for dialogue, for understanding better Greek politics, economics and history.
It had and it has an impact in the academic world in Greece and in the political public debate.
And more importantly, it's a forum of exchange for younger scholars and for Europeans who want to learn about Greece. Greece is at the crossroads of three continents, and actually the interaction between the three civilizations is, in my view, what produced the greatness of Greece.
Now, is it an important country to study? Well, for those of us who come from there, definitely it's the most important country to study.
We are seeking to serve three audiences. One, of course, is the academic community here at the LSE to connect Greece to the interests of other scholars in different departments. Another is the diaspora community of Greece and Cyprus here in the UK, which has been very supportive of our activities. But we also naturally wish to speak to colleagues in Greece.
The Hellenic Observatory can play a more influential role in what we need in Greece, and this is the rational thinking, the rational argumentation. So we can link the British spirit with the Greek spirit.
I think the Hellenic Observatory should have a positive role in
analyzing in depth the problems that we have faced so far, and also from a distance.
The debates, the discussions, policy papers and so on that have been taking place or produced by the observatory are very important. And I know that a lot of the decision makers in Greece, they take this material very, very seriously.
For policymakers especially, history matters. If we don't learn from the past, we cannot influence the future.
It has played a positive role so far in analyzing critical issues for the Greek economy and society and the political system. So I think it has a bright future.
In more recent times, of course, Greece has gone global in the sense of the debt crisis and its rescue by the European Union.
The problems that Greece has faced before everyone else in the Eurozone were problems that those who founded the principles for the European Union and the institutions just didn't think about them, didn't have any ways of dealing with them. And therefore Greece has become a case to study on how do we deal with this kind of problem within a monetary union.
There must be a focus, particularly during this time of crisis, a focus on the future of Euro and the future of Euro area. This is important for Greece, for Great Britain, and for Europe as a whole.
It's an opportunity for us, therefore, to grow further, to fulfill a bigger mission. And the bigger purpose of the observatory is to not only enhance the international understanding of Greece as it is today, but also to engage and connect with our academic peers within Greece, to collaborate on research projects which see Greece as a case of something bigger, Greece as part of a comparison with other nations, with the European Union, etc.
My vision of LSE is that we're the most global research-intensive university in the world, and that means we connect research to public issues everywhere. Globalization is reshaping societies all over, creating challenges, it's offering opportunities, and the Hellenic Observatory helps us crystallize how that process works in Greece.
We are very pleased to welcome our speaker this evening, and for this, the second event to be focused on Cyprus and its future. Tonight, therefore, is an important occasion for us to be able to take stock, to look at future scenarios, future risks for Cyprus and the Eastern Mediterranean. And we're delighted to welcome the High Commissioner of the Republic of Cyprus, Evripidis Evrειβιάδης, to speak to us this evening. Evripidis is exceptionally well qualified to cover the topic for tonight. In addition, of course, to being High Commissioner in the UK, previously he has served in a number of countries. He's been Ambassador to the United States, he's been Ambassador in the Netherlands and Israel, been the High Commissioner in Canada. He's had senior positions in the ministry in Cyprus. He's also a graduate of the Kennedy School at Harvard University. So he brings a number of experiences, expertise and skills to this topic this evening. As is usual, we're going to invite Evripidis to speak to us in a moment. There will be plenty of time for questions and answers afterwards. And so we're delighted to make a start. And can you please join me in welcoming the High Commissioner of the Republic of Cyprus, Evripidis Evrειβιάδης.
Very nice of you, and I feel honored to be here, standing in such a distinguished institution as the LSE, who has produced good polites and not idiots. And I use the word idiot in the classical sense of the word, because in ancient Greece, the persons that they were polites, they were the ones who really engaged themselves in the common good. And the idiotes, the private persons, were the ones that were only concerned with themselves. Hence the word idiot comes from idiotes, and of course the word idiot nowadays has very, very negative connotations. Great pleasure to be here. Congratulations on the 20th anniversary for all the work that has been done. LSE has produced good minds, 2 of them, 3, 4, 5 are here. Christopher Bissalides was our first Nobel laureate, and we're very proud of him. Vasilis Vasiliou, another professor. We are really proud to be representing Cyprus here in this country, and be proud for every single Cypriot that excels in the phonetics field. Katerina Mina in her own way, so many other people here. So, without much ado, and Kevin, half an hour maximum, 25 minutes maximum, cut me off please, because I have a way to go on. I will very, very briefly start with the European Union. This is the hot topic of the day, whether it's going to be Brexit, or whether it's going to be Remain, or the country might sleepwalk itself to a Brexit. It looks increasingly that the referendum will take place around end of June, 23rd or so, it looks. But I will start with the European Union and say, despite all the debate that is happening here, the European Union is and remains the single most important political, geostrategic experiment in the history of humankind. And that is the forest view. Now, I'm going to be taking you slowly from the European Union to the Eastern Mediterranean. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the issues of the Eastern Mediterranean and the threats that are faced right now and the security challenges that are faced in the Eastern Mediterranean, Cyprus's role in that, how that role can be enhanced through a solution, and the way we go forward. It is a tall order, because every single dossier can be a different speech in itself. Okay? It's going to be a bit epidermic, without much horizontal analysis, but since everything is connected to everything else, I hope that in the end it will all come together and will make sense to you. And of course, I'm not here for an easy time. I'm here to be grilled. I'm here to be given a hard time. So there will be plenty of time to ask questions. Cyprus's accession to the European Union in 2004, it is the single most important strategic development that has happened to the island since 1960. And the hallmark of the European Union, despite of what is said and done here about the fallacies and some of the shortcomings of the European Union, the hallmark of the European Union has been to extend the zone of peace and stability and economic prosperity to the countries that it has engulfed. Think where Europe was 50 years ago and where Europe is now. This is irrespective of the problems, Professor, irrespective of the Eurozone, irrespective of migration, which are issues, of course, do or die issues that need to be addressed. But one has to look at the forest, not just the trees. And if there are some bad trees in the forest, that doesn't take away from the beauty of the forest. The hallmark of the European Union is that which I have said, extending the zone of peace and stability to the countries that it has engulfed. That's why a number of countries that are not members of the European Union want to join. Therefore, by that virtue, by Cyprus's membership to the European Union, being a member of the European Union, it means that the hallmark of the European Union is extending itself in the strategic corner of the Eastern Mediterranean. What is the Eastern Mediterranean? The Mediterranean itself has always had a strategic and geopolitical importance and a geographic unity with the Middle East and the wider region. This has been the case since the time of Alexander the Great. It has throughout the Cold War, World War I, World War II, Cold War, and more so now. Historically, when Europe was detached from the Eastern Mediterranean, when Europe lost control of the waves, violence ensued for the entire European continent. Whoever therefore aspired to control the Middle East had to also control the Eastern Mediterranean. Eastern Mediterranean means Cyprus, at the strategic corner, at the crossroads of three continents, Middle East, Europe, and Asia. Eastern Mediterranean spells Suez Canal, there we are here, is it? Yeah. Suez Canal, trade, energy now with the hydrocarbons, conventional and asymmetrical threats, ISIS, Syria, Iraq, Libya, Lebanon, a forgotten war in Yemen, Middle East peace process, if we can call it peace process, but the Palestinian issue. So from a military and strategic perspective, the East Mediterranean should be a theater of stability than instability. It should be a theater not of conflict, but of peace, a theater of predictability. That's what the Eastern Mediterranean should be. This is what the biggest theorists and the strategic thinkers of our time are saying. The Eastern Mediterranean is of cardinal importance, of course, for all the countries in the region, including Egypt, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey, Greece. And of course, it touches at the wider issues of security of the EU, and of course, the transatlantic relationship with the United States. The region is in flux. The region is in turmoil. The narrative has yet to be written, and I don't know for how long we're going to have to be witnessing these asymmetrical threats that are facing. Therefore, the short end of it is that the European Union, the world, the United States need in the Eastern Mediterranean a credible, predictable, dependable partner that produces security. And by the way, I think Kevin had also said that whenever I say it's on the record, hashtag LSE Cyprus, those ones that follow me is at my name, and then you can follow or unfollow, it's up to you. But at any rate, so whatever I say is on the record, and I still want to have a job after I finish it. The European Union needs, in the region, as I said, predictable partners. Guess what? I'm here to tell you that Cyprus is such a partner. I'm here to tell you that Cyprus, in this strategic corner of the Eastern Mediterranean, produces security. It's not a security consumer, produces security despite the division that exists. Okay? And there is no question whatsoever where Cyprus belongs in terms of the architecture and the security structure. It is part of the Western security system, pure and simple. Now, I did say that we are producing, of course, security, and I want to give you some examples of that in terms of our immediate and without any hesitation fight against ISIS. Now we have to call it Daesh, because it is. We'll come back about about ISIS. We have proven in word and deed that we are credible and dependable. I think there is a greater recognition of Cyprus's role in all this. And I think the fact that we had the first visit ever of a Minister of Defense in the United Kingdom about a few days ago, I think is telling of the importance that the United Kingdom attaches in this relationship and how that relationship has grown steadily in addressing the asymmetrical threats that we're facing, be they terrorism, be they human trafficking, be they money laundering and whatever have you. We have had trilateral meetings between Cyprus, Israel and Greece, between Cyprus, Egypt and Greece. There could very well be Jordan coming on board, and of course, with the solution of the Cyprus problem, we want Turkey to come on board as well, and I will address that issue as well. Vice President Biden, on 2 occasions, described the relationship as strategic. And when the Vice President of the United States talks in those manners, then we know that we have slowly moving in the right direction. Are we there? No, we're not. Are there more things that need to be done? Yes, more things need to be done. One of the things that needs to be done, of course, is to go forward and solve the Cyprus question, because by solving the Cyprus question, then this predictable, credible role will become even strengthened, because right now we are divided, and divisions are always a source of instability and conflict. Divisions in Vietnam, Yemen, Ireland, Germany, No two situations are the same, of course not. But no two situations are exactly different either. Therefore, the situation on the ground in Cyprus is lose-lose. Therefore, we have to go forward and solve the question. The status quo is not sustainable. With the solution of the problem, which I will talk to you about very, very shortly, what progress we have made and some of the stumbling blocks, then one of the anomalies that exists in the Eastern Mediterranean will be solved for the benefit of the region, but first and foremost for the people themselves. Because even though Cyprus is seen as an unsinkable aircraft carrier by many, and it is no secret that so many years after independence, the British have two bases on the island, which, by the way, are sovereign territory. I mean, when we're talking about the Republic of Cyprus is east, west, north, south, but not the two bases.
Μετά το τέλος της διάλεξης, ακολούθησαν ερωτήσεις από το κοινό, το οποίο είχε κατακλείσει την αίθουσα. Μέσα στο κοινό υπήρχαν πολλοί διπλωμάτες, πολιτικά πρόσωπα, δημοσιογράφοι και άλλοι πολλοί, οι οποίοι παρακολούθησαν με πολύ προσοχή και υπέβαλαν τις ερωτήσεις τους στον κύριο Ευρειβιάδη. Εδώ να σας αναφέρουμε ότι ολόκληρη τη διάλεξη θα την παρακολουθήσετε προσεχώς στην εκπομπή με το φακό του Hellenic TV.